Hey everyone, we're diving into something it's becoming a huge deal for pretty much every business out there: AI safety. This isn't just for the tech geeks anymore. The rules are changing like right now, and honestly, the clock is ticking for everyone.
So let me ask you this straight up. Is your organization's AI ready for what's just around the corner? Because pretty soon, not being ready isn't just a tech headache, it's going to be a legal nightmare. We're talking about way more than just lines of code here. This hits your reputation and, yeah, your bottom line.
Okay, so what in the world is AI safety, really? The easiest way to think about it is like the guardrails on a highway. It's the whole framework that makes sure AI systems are reliable, transparent, and don't cause a huge pileup. We're talking about preventing some seriously bad stuff, like biased decisions, massive system failures, or huge privacy breaches.
And look, don't for a second think this is just a Silicon Valley thing. It's not. In healthcare, AI safety could literally be the difference between a correct diagnosis and a fatal mistake. In finance, it's the thing that stops a biased algorithm from denying someone a loan. Seriously, from the factory floor to your bus route, if you're using AI, you've got skin in this game. You have to get this right.
All right, let's get into it. What does it actually mean for an AI system to be safe? When you boil it all down, AI safety is really about one thing: trust. It's about making a promise to your users, to regulators, to society as a whole. A promise that your AI is fair, that there's always a human who can step in, and that the whole thing is locked down and secure. But here's the kicker. This isn't just about best practices and building trust anymore. Oh, no. There's a hard deadline coming up, and it's turning all these nice ideas into cold, hard legal requirements. To put it simply, the rules of the game are changing. That whole era of we'll regulate ourselves, yeah, that's over. Done. Okay, grab a pen, because this is the date everyone needs to burn into their memory. January 1st, 2026. That's the day brand new laws, like California's Big AI Act, officially kick in. And that means things like publicly sharing your safety plans. It's not optional anymore. It's the law. I mean, this is a huge shift. Think about it. Before, it was all voluntary standards, optional guidelines. Now, we're talking enforceable laws and legal mandates. And the biggest difference? Real penalties. We're talking stricter enforcement and serious fines if you mess this up. The game has totally changed. Okay, I know what you're probably thinking. This sounds like a lot of work, right? A massive headache. So who's actually supposed to be responsible for all this? Well, let me introduce you to the AI Compliance Officer. And no, this isn't just some fancy new job title. It's an absolutely critical role. This person is basically your organization's AI safety champion, the guide who's going to lead you through this brand new territory. So what's their day-to-day look like? Well, their job covers the whole shebang from start to finish. They're the ones assessing risk, like actively looking for hidden biases or privacy holes before they become a problem. Then they build out the company's AI ethics rules, make sure everyone knows about them, and this is super important, they're the ones in charge when something goes wrong. Because let's be real, at some point it will. Okay, this can still feel pretty daunting, so let's try to make it simple. Think of it like a playbook. We're going to break it down into 3 key rules to get you started. All right, rule number 1, governance and accountability. This is all about having a solid structure. Think of it like building a house. You need a foundation. Without someone clearly in charge, the whole thing just falls apart and responsibility gets lost in the shuffle. So where do you even begin? Honestly, the most important first step you can take is to appoint that AI compliance officer. That one person becomes your cornerstone. They're the foundation for everything that comes next, building the ethics rules, managing the AI from day one, all of it. Okay, on to rule number 2, transparency and disclosure. This one's simple. You have to be open. The days of running your AI in some mysterious black box are over. You've got to show people what's going on under the hood. So, what does that actually look like? Well, for one, it means publishing your safety rules, just like the new laws demand. But it's also about the little things, like just telling a customer they're talking to a chatbot, not a human. It seems small, but that builds so much trust. And on the back end, it means keeping super detailed records, so if anyone asks, why did the AI do that, you actually have an answer. And that leads us right into our third and final rule: bias auditing and validation. Here's the deal. You can't just cross your fingers and hope your AI is fair. You have to prove it, actively, continuously.
This is where you really need those checks and balances. And I mean, you can't just grade your own homework, right? You need independent, outside auditors to come in and check your work. And that goes for your partners, too. If you're using an AI tool from another company, you better be sure it meets your standards. And then, you guessed it, write it all down.
Okay, let's pull all these threads together. We've talked about the what, the when, and the how. But I want to wrap up with the biggest question of all. Why does this matter so much, right this very second?
There's a line in the source material that just nails it. It says, AI safety is foundational to the future of responsible AI across all domains. I mean, think about that. This isn't some side hustle or a nice-to-have feature. It is the actual foundation. It's what the entire future of trustworthy AI is going to be built on.
What we're really seeing here is a total shift in mindset. We're moving away from being reactive, cleaning up messes after they happen, to being proactive. It's about designing these systems from the ground up to prevent the mess in the first place. The real goal here is to build AI that's fair, that's trustworthy, and that protects people's rights right from the start.
And that brings us full circle, right back to the beginning. This new era of AI rules, it isn't on the horizon. It's already here. So the real question you have to ask yourself isn't just, are we ready? It's, what do we stand to lose if we're not?